Rejection can happen anytime in our life. It is inevitable. Rejection most of us face. Rather, everybody faces rejection in our life. In any point of time, rejection can happen. I might be unloved. Somebody can refuse me. Somebody can reject me. Somebody can push me away because of my own self, because of my look, because I'm not clever. There could be several reasons for rejection. A child which has been born, just born child, a mother can reject the child. A father can reject the child. There are many cases we see a girl child, a girl baby has been rejected by the father and the mother. There are several reasons for rejection, right from a small baby to the adult to the old age. Everybody may face rejection in their life. In any walks of our life, people can push us away. People can pull us down, and we might feel rejected by so many people because of our complexion. I'm not clever. Maybe my teacher may reject me because I am not good at my studies. At home, parents can reject their children because they are not at par to their expectations. At schools and colleges, teachers or lecturers, they may reject their students because they are not clever, they are not intelligent. In every walks of our life, rejection just follows us. Even at workplace, if we are not fulfilling the purpose, the goals and objectives of the organizations, our manager may push us down. Rejection can happen anywhere. If I'm sick, I'm going to the hospital, and if I don't have money, the hospital authorities may reject me. They would say, you go to another hospital, we cannot treat you. Or the doctor may reject us because our inability to focus on what their expectations are. There are several ways, my dear friends, we face rejection in all walks of our life. It can be our inability to cope up with certain things. It can be our inability to achieve certain things. It can be our inability to focus or go or meet people's need. There are several reasons for rejections. But we cannot avoid rejection. A baby, what it would have done, there nothing that baby would have done for their parents to reject that baby. There are several reasons are there, and we cannot stop rejection. But sometimes it's our own failure. People reject us because we would have done something against somebody, so they will reject us. There are every areas there are rejections may happen. A husband can betray his wife and leave. A wife would feel rejected by their husband, or the husband will feel rejected by his wife, or the parents rejecting their children, or children rejecting their parents. There are several cases are there for rejections. In all walks of our life, this is inevitable that rejection will happen, and most of us, rather all of us, will face rejection in any point of our life and any walks of our life. Right from the childhood, right from the baby to the adult, to the age, to the old age, rejection can happen anytime. Even the old person, ripe old person, also maybe be rejected by the children or the loved one. Rejection is unloving. Rejection is unwanted. I'm not loved. I'm not wanted. I've been rejected because of various reasons. My dear friends, listening to this, you also would be facing the similar situations. There are several people who share about the rejection. And because of this unpleasant environment, or because of this unpleasant thinking, our minds gets disturbed, and I'll not be able to do what I'm supposed to do. Because of this rejection, people may get into depression or may get into several issues because of rejection, and I might sit all alone. Rejection can pull me down. Rejection can bring me failures after failures. Rejection can take me nowhere else but sit at one place thinking about what happened. There could be several reasons for rejections. To overcome rejections, it is not that easy because of the hurts what people would have told us. People would have said several words that would have deeply cut into our hearts. A child who is growing in the rejection environment, the child grows with that kind of attitude because her or his heart has been cut into pieces because of the hurtful things, because of the rejection. When the person grows, and he or she will feel so miserable in his life, he or she may feel so frustrated in life. Why these things are happening to me? There are several questions people may raise why these things are happening to me. A boy and girl who are in love, maybe the girl is leaving that boy and ending the relationship. Maybe the boy is betraying the girl and living away. There are several reasons are there for rejections, and as I told you, in relationship, this happens. Rejection happens anytime in our life. My dear God's people, let me share a short story to you at this point. There was a person by name Zacchaeus. He was short in stature, and he was a chief tax collector. He was a government official. And this person, what he used to do is that he used to collect the tax, but he used to collect more tax from people. And he used to keep some amount to himself and report some amount to the government. And these things was happening in his life, and it was common. And people started hating him because of his attitude, because of his ill thinking, ill behavior. People started hating him, and people started rejecting this person. They rejected this person. They were not loving this person. They were not respecting this person because of his attitude. And these things was happening. Maybe I would assume, I think that the society, not only the society has rejected him, but even his own family would have rejected him. Because everywhere Zacchaeus goes, people used to mock at him. People used to talk behind him. People used to gossip behind him. And these things, maybe the family members would have also come to know. And maybe these things are happening, and the rejection is happening at his family and the society. And this person, deep in his heart, deep in his life, this hurt feelings was growing and growing and growing. He didn't had any solution. He didn't had any kind of ways to come out of this rejection. And he was doing his work, but deep within him, there was no peace because of this rejection. There was a time when Jesus was passing by that way, and the news went to Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus ran to see Jesus Christ. Why did he run and to see Jesus Christ? Because you would have heard about Jesus' compassion, the love of Jesus Christ, the miracles of Jesus Christ, the words of Jesus Christ, the wisdom of Jesus Christ, the mercy of Jesus Christ. This attracted Zacchaeus, and he ran to see Jesus. But there was a massive crowd around Jesus Christ. And Zacchaeus was not able to enter into that crowd to see Jesus. Maybe people would have pushed him. People have rejected him. People are hating this person. Maybe they would have pushed him away. Hey, we want to be with Jesus. Who are you? Just move away. This guy runs ahead. He runs ahead and he climbs a tree. He climbs a tree and he is sitting on the tree and he's waiting for Jesus to pass by that way. And there was a time it came and people started crowding on the road and they were walking and Jesus was coming along the crowd. And Jesus, as he was walking, he suddenly stopped at the tree. People were amazed to look at Jesus. Why did Jesus stop near the tree? And Jesus stopped and he looked up. And all the people's eyes were on the tree because Jesus looked up on the tree. And you know who was sitting on the tree? This person, chief tax collector, a government official, was sitting on the tree just to see Jesus Christ. And Jesus looked at this person, Zacchaeus, rejected by people, hated by people, pushed to the corner by people. He didn't had any kind of good name in the society. And here comes Jesus looking up to this person, Zacchaeus, who was evil in the sight of people, who was evil in the sight of many people, wicked person. Jesus calls by his name, Zacchaeus, come down. Come down. I want to come to your house. Zacchaeus was amazed by the words of Jesus Christ. The loving, the compassionate words of Jesus Christ. He was not able to believe that Jesus called his name. He ran and came down. He jumped out of tree and he came down to meet Jesus. And he took Jesus to his home. And the people started following Jesus and they started murmuring. They were telling Jesus why Jesus is going to this person's house, this evil, wicked person's house. Why Jesus has to go? Rather, Jesus can come to my house. Jesus can come to my house. We are so good in the society. We are good people. But Jesus entered into Zacchaeus' house. And Zacchaeus, looking at Jesus, the words of Jesus, the behavior of Jesus attracted Zacchaeus to the most. He was thinking how many people spoke bad about him. He started thinking the words, the hurtful words which people would have shared. And he started thinking so many things right from throughout his life. How many things people would have spoken. The rejection of life. And he is thinking, because of my evil ways, people rejected me. And the realization came to him. And he went to Jesus and he said, I will give my property, half of my property to the poor people. And if I have defrauded anybody, and I will give you 4 times. What made Zacchaeus transform? What made Zacchaeus to come to this realization? What made changes in Zacchaeus? The love of Jesus Christ attracted Zacchaeus. People would have rejected him, but Jesus did not reject him. This love attracted Zacchaeus. My dear God's people, you would have been rejected right from childhood. You would have been rejected any time of your life. And you are sitting all alone, depressed, and thinking about these hurtful things. There are certain times these hurtful situations or the things which is registered in our hearts and minds cannot be removed. But there is a solution for all these things. The Bible, it says, if a nursing mother, if she forgets the nursing a child, even if she forgets the child. But God says, I will not forget you, because I have engraved your name on my palm. People may reject, father and mother can reject us, but Jesus says, I will not reject you. My dear God's people, friends, my dear friends, today is the right time that to come out of this rejection. Don't sit in that rejection. Don't sit in that failure. Don't say that I have been rejected, I am good for nothing. There is a hope in this hopeless situation, because God is love. He will elevate us. He will lift us up. And in the Bible it says, indeed the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Are you not precious? Are you not worthy of many sparrows? And in the Bible it says, and whoever comes to me, I will never drive away. Jesus says, whoever comes to me, I will not push them away. I will not drive them away. Is there something that is bothering you today? Leave away the bad things. Leave away the evil things. Leave away whatever is displeasing to people. Leave away what is displeasing to God. Because God is love. He will accept you the way He accepted Zacchaeus. When people rejected him, the society rejected him, but Jesus accepted him. My dear friends, today is a great hope and great assurance that God will not leave us. As one whom the mother comforts, Jesus says, I will comfort you. Is there anybody thinking that nobody is there to love me? Remember, Jesus says, I love you. I love you, my dear son. I love you, my dear daughter. Come to me and I will give you rest.